Okay, well, there we go. Welcome to our fifth and final installment of the Siege upon Elturel. This Saturday is for Yana's. Oops, what did I just break? Oh god, poor shoebox. This is Yana's turn, the last of the five. I guess my normally disclaimer doesn't apply because everyone else that would have normally watched by now has already played, so that's cool. I think at least two of you are already planning on watching, which is fun. Okay. Let's see, I've done this so many times, I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do anymore. Okay, do you have any questions before we begin, in or out of character?
If I have two spells that require components that they don't use up, and they're the same components that apply to the one that does use it up, can I use that?
No, if a spell specifies it consumes the components and you do not have it, then you cannot use it.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, for the rest of the session today, everything will be done on a tile-by-tile basis. I'll tell you if I need you to stop, either for narrative or because you triggered something. I encourage you to take everything slowly and at your own pace. This is definitely a difficult environment. Therefore, act with consideration, as each move could quite literally be your character's last. Um, Okay, last chance. Any questions or anything that you would like to specify that you have done leading up to the session today? Any spells, any weapon preparations, anything like that?
Just at the very beginning, I'll cast See Invisibility
Okay, and that has a duration of 1 hour. And who's that being cast on?
on Anya or Isla.
Okay, we will go ahead and let's see here. Move these to the appropriate layer. We will mark Isla with a pink dot, representing that she has See Invisibility. Oops. That's the wrong map. Come on, Roll20, you can do it. There we go. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. You find yourself with the remainder of your party standing at the northwestern gates of Elturel. Um, Cold wind blows a number of dark storm clouds over the city, kind of chilling you to the bone as the wet and soggy mud is already invading your clothing and armor. Uh, Past you and beyond, a large number of soldiers, all of which are weak, weary, and generally malnourished at this point, flood into the city. You see a number of undead being slain before you, and a number of soldiers belonging to the Lord's Alliance falling as well, some of which are being reanimated as undead only moments after they fall. Um, from the gate, the lot of you continue moving. After about a block or two, the party divides into two. Shriek and Nidra follow up the north wall, kind of past a Maiden's Leap on their way to the market and the well. However, you, Bosco, and Grim begin to make your way south. After about another 2 blocks, you, following your chosen path, decide to branch off, making your way over to the crypt independently of the other two. However, planning to meet back up with Bosco at the bank just to check in on him. However, uh, depending on the time you get there, he may have already left to go check in on Grim. It's not too certain, but in the end, you each plan to meet at the rally point of the High Garden before the final assault towards the High Hall. Now, something interesting. You've heard many stories and seen many depictions of the Grand City of Elturel, many of which date back over 100 years, to which the city was known to have a large kind of golden spiritual shield cascading down along the walls in order to repel the incursion of undead from the fields of the dead to the northwest. Now, obviously, that's gone. That's no secret. Ever since the sailing of Tiamat, the city has been subjected to numerous undead assaults. However, something that is interesting that you hadn't heard of nor had you quite planned for is there's kind of a large jet black, almost eggshell shaped dome that covers where you believe the High Hall and approximately half of the High Garden to be. You can't see through it, and the only thing really noteworthy other than that from it is that it kind of emits these dark storm clouds from its center, uh, almost as if they're being fed out to the city from the tower itself. So, you and your two companions, being Grim and Bosco, make your way kind of starting south, and you decide to branch off towards the west. Now, there's a long ways ahead of you before making your way to the crypt, and uh, on the western side of the city, being so close to the gate, a good portion of it is already being cleared out by the large number of foot soldiers that have been kind of let loose as if they were kids in a terrifying candy store. Um, so for some blocks you meet heavy resistance, for some blocks you meet very little resistance. Where we will be playing today will be the two blocks leading up to the closest to the crypt, and we're going to start at about this large cross street right there. Um, Generally, your goal is going to be to cross each battle map, either from north to south or southwest to northwest, respectively. You can choose to stealth, apply magic, or hack and slash your way through. It's your prerogative. Once again, I encourage you to take every level of caution that you can, ask questions. The map is as you see it. So, with that, we'll go ahead and move to your first battle map. So as you kind of make your way down the streets, you and Isla, independently, you come to what looks to be kind of a more open portion of housing. You had decided to kind of deviate from your initial path as there was a large scrimmage ahead of you, and you saw kind of an opening in what was a less densely populated area. Um, so this would be leading back to your main path after about a couple hundred more feet. Uh, Coming in here, you stand on a finely cobbled road, a little aged from 100 years of neglect and weather, but not too bad. And just ahead of you, you see a skeletal warhorse. So, with that, feel free to ask questions and continue the map on a tile-by-tile basis as you wish.
Okay, I would have liked to cast invisibility when I left Bosco and Grim, not at the very beginning of the gates.
Cast what?
See invisibility.
Okay, that's fine.
Just to give some more time. Okay. And then do we roll initiative or do I just go for it?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, does she see anything with her spell?
With see invisibility, no, she doesn't appear to see anything ahead of her.
Okie dokie. Can I jump on the roof?
The roof is 20 feet above you.
Can I climb this chimney?
I don't see a chimney. Oh, you can make an athletics check. Sure. As you start climbing up to the roof, you begin climbing and a piece of chimney falls off. You kind of maintain your grasp, but you're not able to quite climb up with that athletics roll. If you would like, you could try again. However, it will be at an increased DC.
Okay, can I have Isla help, like, boost me up with her hands?
Sure, go ahead and roll with advantage if you're going to try again.
Okay, so it'd be a normal, because the advantage in DC.
Nope.
Or no, higher DC. Okay. 20.
Even with the two of you combined, you're not quite able to make it up to the roof.
Okay. We'll just keep going down the street, I guess.
Okay. Please keep yourself on tiles that are majority street. Okay, go ahead and stop. As you round the corner, you see to your northeast here a whoops, that was a bad grab. Let's see here, kind of shadowy, wispy-looking figure standing vigil over the path that you choose to walk along. What do you do?
I'm going to ready my weapon, and then if it comes towards me, I will attack it.
Okay, go ahead and roll for initiative.
I didn't pick Isla, sorry. She's a 4, I'm a 22.
Okay, I need you to go ahead and roll it into the tracker so I can add it. Okay, so you find yourself, your weapon ready, staring at this wispy, shadowy figure.
I'm gonna hit it.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. 14, that hits. You don't have advantage, but a 12 still hits.
12. Wait, it doesn't have the evil damage on this one.
Do you have the checkbox checked?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll your damage. Okay, with one sweep of the Dawn's Hymn, the shadowy figure dissipates, letting out a screech into the surrounding area. Let's see. Okay.
Isla will follow the same path and meet up.
She can on her turn.
Thank you.
Oops. Okay. As you hear the screeching sound come forth from this ghost, you hear the scrabbling of claws as a ghoul appears kind of perched on the edge of this roof, looking as if it's prepared to pounce you. The same time, Isla sees a skeletal minotaur 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 approaching from the south. So we'll go ahead and leave it. Let's see. I think we'll go... Oh, you use orange for rage. Let's do something else here. Okay. Isla's turn.
Okay, she's going to hit the horse with her long.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
24.
That hits.
3 piercing.
Okay, arrow sinks into one of the ribs. The warhorse is now alerted to your presence. Anything else?
She'll move forward next to.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Second attack?
Oh, I guess can she do her second longbow attack at the horse again?
Sure. That hits.
Yeah. Seven.
Go ahead and say something again.
7.
Okay, we're gonna have feedback because of being in the same room, but okay. All right, Yana's turn.
Can she reach the ghoul on the roof?
No, it is 35 feet higher than you.
Okay, Okay, then she'll hold her attack action if it comes down towards them.
Okay. The ghoul is going to kind of scrabble down the roof to there. The horse skeleton. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. I'm forgetting something here. Okay, Sila's turn. I'm going to reveal more of the map as you take her turn.
Okay, she's going to shoot another longbow shot at the horse. For 6 damage.
Okay.
And then do it again. 12? Does that hit?
It's a miss.
Okay, that's her turn.
Okay. Yana's turn.
Yana is going to step forward. Is the ghoul on the ground now?
Yes.
And she's going to attack the ghoul. 2 giant slashes. 14.
Those both hit. The first hit would have killed it.
Oh, okay. Well, can then I use my second one to move forward and attack the...
Yes, but stop rolling your attacks at the same time, otherwise it won't let you.
Okay. Move forward and attack the horse with it.
Okay.
It's the 14.
As you approach the horse, it's going to strike out at you with its hooves. 25 to hit for 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your attack against a horse. That's a range there. Okay. That hits, and the horse is reduced to a pile of bones scuttling across the street. So Don's him carves through it. Let's see here. What's the range on that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. It's not going to do it. 17 to hit.
On who?
You.
That hits.
An arrow goes sinking into your shoulder somewhere from the east. You can make a perception check to find it if you would like.
Okay, perception. 15.
It's somewhere from, let's see, kind of beyond this direction. However, you can't quite make out where. The Minotaur skeleton is going to, let's see, how far does that take? At least 10 feet straight towards a target. Well, it's definitely got the movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, and it's going to make a gore attack against you. I need to fix its hit points. 13 to hit.
Yes.
You're able to dodge out of the way as 2 large bloodied horns just miss you to either side before you're able to catch its skull through its charge. Isla's turn.
She's going to move forward and attack the skeleton with her silver longsword.
Okay. Do so normally. That hits.
8.
Okay.
And then 10.
2 slashes carving through the bone structure of this skeletal minotaur, a similar looking great axe to one you've held before, wielded in its hands. Yana. let's see, I need to do something.
Yana's gonna kind of scoot around to flank it. And attack the beast. Attack that too.
Hits.
Is it still up?
Oh yeah. Hits. That is also still up. Let's see. That's perfect. Let's see. At normal, 23 as another arrow sinks into your back this time for 7 piercing damage. Go ahead and make a perception check. You just can't make out where this is. It's still somewhere beyond that area, but you're not quite sure. The skeletal minotaur is going to attack Isla, bringing down its great axe towards her for a 12. It's going to miss. It's Isla's turn.
She's going to attack the skeleton.
Both hit. And after the first strike, it is dead.
Okay. And then she'll move kind of around the body. I guess, she'll kind of get behind the building.
Okay. It's Yana's turn.
Does Yana see any other bad guys? She just knows the arrows are coming from over here.
It's coming from somewhere.
Okay. Can I look around for any, like, sigils, traps?
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
6.
You don't see anything that looks like a sigil or a trap. Or a glyph.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. As you move there, you do see off kind of in the tree line another undead entity beginning to approach. Go ahead and add him to the initiative order. Okay, and as he... Oh, I gotta fix his hit points too. Okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He begins waddling out the tree line, kind of charging towards you and Isla. Another shot towards you. 10. Arrow soars over the tree, this time kind of clattering against one of the distant roofs. Go ahead and make a perception check. Still can't pin it down. Minotaur skeleton is dead. Isla.
She is going to shoot 2 arrows at the beast coming towards us. Oh, sorry, that was the sword. No! Crit wasted. 14 and 10.
Both hit.
18 damage.
Okay, 2 arrows sink into the large kind of shambling mass that approaches you from the southeast. It is Yana's turn.
Yana's gonna prepare an action to attack when it comes in melee range, and then watch where it steps.
Okay. Oops. It's going to approach you. 5, 10, 15. Go ahead and make your attack.
Sorry, do I get to make both attacks or just the one?
Just one. That hits. Okay. And is likewise going to make an attack against you with a large morning star. It's a 10, comes crashing beside you. Meanwhile, as you step out kind of from well, let's see, what's a... Yeah, I'll say that's fine. Let's see, another short protect, 17 to hit you.
That hits.
Another arrow sinks into your shoulder this time. It's kind of the side of your shoulder for 3 points of piercing damage. Go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. You make out a small skeletal head bobbing up and down behind a roof to the east. Isla's turn.
She's going to... She's going to run around and flank the... with her longsword. Let's see.
Okay, as Isla moves closer, she sees a trace of magic somewhere within this area with her see invisibility.
Okay.
Go ahead and make her attacks. Hits.
Oh, sorry, it's not raging. Minus 1.
Both hit. This kind of rotting mass still standing before you. Yana's turn.
Yana's gonna attack it too.
Hits.
15.
Okay.
And I hit it again.
Okay. I don't think that's going to do very well. No. Oh, and it includes radiant damage. The ogre zombie with the second cleave from the Dawn's hymn crumples to the ground once again without its re-dead life. Anything else with your turn?
I'm just gonna move towards the skeleton she saw.
Okay. This time, as you kind of duck behind cover, the skeleton is going to take a shot at Isla. For a 10, it's going to miss. It's Isla's turn.
She's going to move back and follow Yana.
Okay. And it is Yana's turn.
Can I go between these two houses?
Sure.
Can I see the skeleton?
Make a perception check.
Have to get the right character sheet. 21.
Yeah, you can just see the top of his head as it bobs back down after taking his last shot.
Yeah, where? I have like 15 more feet of movement. Or 20.
Exactly where you see him on the map. No, he is 45 feet up on a roof.
Oh, sorry, I was not scrolled over. I could not see that part. Okie dokie. I guess I will just... Can I see how he got on the roof? Like, is there any place that's a little lower?
You can make an... Actually, you already used your action this turn to make a perception check, so you have to wait for your next turn. You have a bonus action in your residual movement. And I will reveal up here for you.
Okay, I'm just gonna move back and get behind the building to get some.
Okay. The skeleton kind of bobs out of view. Actually, let's see.
And can
10,
I point him out to
15,
Isla?
20, 25, should be like 30. Well, let's see. It's going to make an attack against you. Where did I put it? There it is. I know it's not revealed to you. 22 for 7 points of piercing damage is I believe, fourth arrow makes contact with you. Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, as you've already seen him once before. Yes, you see him as he has moved over further on the roof to right there, and you kind of point him out to Isla.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It's Isla's turn.
She's going to move forward, and then she's going to shoot a longbow at the skeleton.
Okay, that hits.
6 does 9 hit.
A 9 does not. She shoots a 9, realizing the angle that she's trying to shoot at a skeleton who is behind a roof can't find a mark to make due to the angle of her attack. Yana's turn.
Okay. She's going to throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
15.
Clatters against the roof as your vantage point is at too much of a decline to quite make an accurate shot.
Okay, then she's just gonna run behind these buildings, so she's kind of below him where he can't see.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
Like there. Can you see me from
How did you get there?
Angle? Well, it's hard because some are like.
Okay, go ahead and move tile by tile. Okay. Skeleton's going to make another attack against Isla. As it peeks his head back up. An 11 misses. Isla's turn. She can try to take another shot at it while it's got its head poked up.
She will do that.
Hits. You presume it to be just enough as you hear what sounds to be bones scattering off of the top of the roof to the street behind.
Okay. And then is it still turn by turn, or can she take a look at the ground before she moves closer to it?
We are out of combat order, so you can do whatever you like.
Okay. She would like to investigate this little.
Okay, make an investigation check with advantage. Let's see, somewhere within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within this area seems to be emanating some form of invisible magic, but she can't quite tell where.
Which area? I don't see.
Oh, that's on the wrong layer. There we go.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see. Can Yana climb up the roof right here where it kind of slopes down to the street?
It's 30 feet above you. So you can make an athletics check.
Can she hop on the barrel next to her and then climb up?
Sure, you can make an athletics check.
13.
Not quite able to make it up. It's just a little too tall, even standing on the barrel.
Okay. Okay, I will get off the barrel back to where I was. And then, Yana would like to look at the two spaces in front of her where the wall collapsed. Can she see kind of why it
Make an investigation check.
2.
Not really. Looks like there's a bunch of rubble across the street as the wall collapsed at some point.
Okay. How does jumping work? I guess that would magic.
Jumping. High jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. Oh, if you move at least 10 feet before making the jump. When you're making a standing high jump, you can only jump half of that distance. So you can jump 8 feet. You can leap 8 feet into the air if you run 10 feet or 4 feet from a standing high jump.
Okay.
Or I can optionally let you make an athletics check to jump higher, so I think we'll just go with that rule now. The rule of using the height that's set by your strength modifier.
Okay. There are rocks at my feet.
Nope, there are rocks 5 feet below or south of you.
Okay. I will take one of my javelins, and I'm just gonna kind of like tap it on the ground in front of me.
Okay. You do that.
Okay, if nothing happens, then I'll move forward 1 square. Same thing in front of me. Tap, tap, tap.
Okay. Make quite a ruckus as you stand on these loose stones.
And then I'll move out into the street. And then Isla will follow that movement.
Okay.
Okay, I guess, let's see what's going on here. Let's go back the way we came, because that seems safer. Can Isla see why this one collapsed?
You as Yana can make an investigation check. All the rolls, unless specified, will be made by you.
Okay. 5.
Nope, looks pretty collapsed.
Okie dokie. Let's just go down the street.
At least with this one, you can tell that it collapsed from the inside out. Once again, making quite a bit of noise as you step through this rubble. Tile by tile.
That's what I was doing that. Can she see any magic ahead of us? Or ethereal things? What'd you do?
She can make an investigation check. Because I was trying to show that you just moved Isla, like, by moving like that. But, you know, whatever.
I clicked it tile by.
Okay, go to make your investigation check. And see, you did it again. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll do it more slowly because I guess it's just teleporting it fast.
As Isla looks around, she sees where there seems to be some trace of invisible magic, once again, to her west-northwest. That seems to be it. So you peek under the tree, you can kind of see down there.
Is this like a garden?
Maybe at one point. Now it's nothing but withered, dried out plants.
Can I see if there's any like herbs or something left? I guess they'd be just like dead.
Look
Not dry.
pretty dead to you.
Okay, we will just keep going down the road then.
Okay.
Alright, did I do it?
You have to move Isla to the edge of the battle map to progress. Okay. Is there anything that you would like to do before progressing to your next battle map?
No.
Okay. The couple blocks later, you come to another street that, oddly enough, you come almost face to face with some form of pasty white undead creature. That being said, this is where you start and this is what you see. What would you like to do?
That's a ring. Seeing it, I would like to prepare an action that if it comes towards us to attack it, and then Isla will just shoot 2 longbow arrows at it.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and just roll initiative before that. Let's see here. What's your dexterity modifier?
+3.
Okay. Okay, you ready in action yourself. You see some form of undead creature staring at you, green glowing eyes within its skull. Hyla's turn.
Release the arrows.
It's a miss. Also misses. 2 arrows go wide, clattering across the street behind this creature. Let's see here. Let's see. Move that down. Oops, I already rolled that one. Make a perception check for Isla.
20.
Go ahead and roll a couple more checks here. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can we see behind us too?
There's nothing off the edge of the battle map. That's why I have you at this part of the battle map.
Okay, sorry, it might be my screen.
Okay. Isla sees just off to her northwest, about 10 feet away from you, a form of ghostly entity, kind of stepping within the boundaries of the primaterial and ethereal plane. Okay. The ghostly entity stands or kind of floats where it is, unmoving. Yana's turn.
Can Yana see it or just Isla?
You can't see it.
Okay, she's gonna keep her action prepared for if anything comes here.
Okay. The ghast approaches somewhat. Oh, whoops. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, somewhat quizzically. From around the corner, a kind of other form of shambling undead comes towards you. It is once again Isla's turn.
Can she alert Yana to the ghost?
Sure, but Yana cannot see it.
Okay, that's fine. And then she will. Can she shoot these guys, or is that a disadvantage because they're so close?
As long as you're not within 5 feet, it's not a disadvantage.
Okay, she'll shoot the one on the left.
What is she shooting? Okay, that hits. Okay, 2 arrows sink in, and the creature looks worse for wear. Bloodied, but still standing.
Okay.
With that, the ghost begins to move, approaching the 2 of you. Let's see here. I need Isla to roll a Constitution saving throw. Or sorry, a Charisma saving throw. Okay. What she sees is, in advance, a ghostly entity beginning to enter her physical frame before kind of dodging out of the way, able to evade this invasion.
Is it now? Do I get to hit it with my attack? Is it now present because it did
Let's
that? Or is
see.
it still...
I will go ahead and say... Sure. Such a gray area on ghosts and planes.
Okay, so I'll hit it with my prepared action.
Okay. Hits.
18.
Okay.
And then I'll hit it with both of my attacks this turn. Or one at a time.
Okay. Hits.
21.
Still there. Hits. The ghost fades into the ether as small bits of tattered cloth blow off in the wind.
That's my turn.
Okay. The ghast will move 5, 10. It's going to hold its action until the zombie comes into the other side of you, which is going to go 5, 10. The zombie is going to make an attack at advantage. 23 for 5 points of bludgeoning damage. The ghast will also make its attack at advantage. A 9, which will miss. It is Isla's turn. Actually, hold on. I might have to... Let's see here. Actually, yes. What's Isla's dex modifier?
2 plus 2.
Okay. Isla's turn.
She's gonna step forward and attack the zombie with her silvered longsword.
Okay. Hits. The zombie crumples to the ground. 2 arrows and 1 longsword slash later.
She'll move around and then attack the... What is it? Is it a ghoul or something?
You don't know. Hits.
6 slashing.
Okay. What's a height
I
there?
hate these skelematons. I'm all rope.
It's probably not going to do it, so I'll say that it kind of... I think that's going to be its turn. Okay, Yana's turn.
She's going to slash at the blue thing in front of her.
Okay.
Let's kill the undead smurf.
Hits.
A lot of damage.
It's 23. Okay. And with that, the ghast is reduced to bits of pale whitish blue flesh. What would you like to do?
I would like to survey this street for any marking.
Okay, go ahead and... actually, you don't have a action to do that. You already used your action.
Okay, then I just want to wait.
Okay. Isla's turn.
She would like to survey for any markings.
Okay, go... Where is she looking?
I think straight down the street. Let me show you.
Okay.
That's where we're going, right? That's my goal.
Yep.
Okay, investigation?
Yep.
9.
Doesn't see anything.
Okay, she'll just move along the side of the... Which side do we want to go on? Let's go the side closest to her. She's going to move along.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Yana's turn.
And Yana's going to follow, actually. Can I look around the side of this house? And
Sure, make a perception check. Yes, you see, standing upon one of the lower roofs, a skeleton wielding a short bow.
ooh, can I throw a javelin at it?
You may certainly try. Hits.
7.
Okay, it is still standing. And actually, because I forgot to, as you peek around the corner, it's going to take a short bow attack at you. 17 for 8 points of piercing damage. Okay, you can go ahead with your second attack.
Okay.
Hits.
Crit? Okay, wait. Now, oh wait, it will do it, right? The improve.
I don't know. Depends on how you put it in.
Oh,
1d6 plus 5, 1d6. Nope, you did not do it correctly.
You're the one who did it.
No, I didn't. It is your character sheet. Let's see, Javelin.
Do I get my extra damage dice still?
See, if you change the 1 to 2 on crit, then it does it. Doesn't matter. Skeleton's dead.
Yay.
Can go ahead and clear initiative order. So, what would you like to do?
I want to see if there looks like there's any wounds between me and the skeleton.
Okay, make an investigation check.
19.
You don't see anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go along the wall. Wait, can I assess the roof? Like, can I look like? Does it look like I could jump on that roof? There's like a barrel and some things. I just want to get my javelins.
Sure, it's only 15 feet high.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna sneak along the wall.
Stop. As you step here, a green glyph or ward lights up beneath your feet. uh, entangling them. And you take 7 points of necrotic damage as energy begins to drain from your form. What do you do?
Am I restrained?
Yep.
Can I try and... Is it like wrapping around me, or what is it?
And rising up your legs.
Can I like smash down at the sigil?
The sigil is the glyph is beneath your feet, so you'd be attacking yourself.
Can I just try and move or something? What? I
Sure,
don't
make a
understand how
strength
to...
check. Oops.
17.
You're stuck there for the time being.
Okay, cool.
What would Isla like to do for the time being?
Can she aim an arrow between like my feet to hit the sigil?
Sure, do so with disadvantage.
An
An arrow goes clattering off the stone between Yana's feet.
And she'll move forward and try and help pull her out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check with Yana at advantage. And actually, before that, you're able to pull yourself out, but only after taking another 4 points of necrotic damage as you begin to be chilled deeper and deeper through your muscle. That being said, you're free. Oops.
Okay.
And the sigil fades back into invisibility. Whoops.
Okay, and then can I move like around it and try and...
Sure. Make an athletics check.
Wow.
Yeah, you're able to climb up onto the roof.
I just want to get my javelins.
Okay. You've retrieved your javelins.
Cool, and then I'll hop back down, and while I'm doing that, I will look down the street towards where we're going to see if there's any more sigils like the one we just encountered.
Okay, make an investigation check.
3.
She doesn't see anything.
Do I have advantage with the same visibility or no?
Not right now.
Okay, then let's go.
Isla can go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. Nope, looks pretty clear.
So, can I move like to like diagonally around skirts, or
You can move diagonally. I don't understand what type of question you're asking.
so like look at my token instead of and then there, or can I just go straight?
Yes, you can go diagonally.
Can we do it?
Okay, is there anything that you'd like to do before progressing to your third and final battle map?
I would like to take a potion.
Okay.
I will take one healing potion. Actually, I'll take 2.
Okay. Anything else?
Are we going into like a building or an open space?
Nope, you'll be progressing to the crypt at this point.
Okay, but will I be like outside the crypt or right inside the crypt?
You will be entering an outside space.
Okay, that's fine. Away we go!
You progress for another few blocks before coming to the destination of which you believe to be the crypt. In kind of a circular pattern, you see a number of tombstones surrounding a statue of sorts, flanked by a small yet sturdy-looking stone building.
Okay, I would. I guess I don't really have time here.
Oops.
Everything's black. I died.
Yep, Yana's dead. That concludes our session today.
Are those people just tuning in?
That was it, I guess. Congrats. Fun session. Okay, there you go.
Okay, does Isla see any invisible things in the graveyard?
She can make an investigation check. With advantage.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
22 crit! Tell me all your secrets.
Looking around, she doesn't see anything invisible. What she does see is a large volume of just inky black shadow kind of maneuvering about the graveyard.
Just like moving around, or is it in one spot?
Moving around the graveyard.
Can she tell if it's in the ethereal plane or ours?
Sure, make an arcana check.
What's one?
Could be one, could be both, could be either, could be neither, could be shadows, a lack of light, clouds dancing overhead, perhaps a layer of fog.
Do we know why we were sent here?
I don't know, do you?
No. Guess I should ask. What's the statue of?
Make a perception check. Or an investigation, sorry.
19.
It looks to be of some hooded female figure holding out what looks to be an offering bowl of sorts.
Is there anything in the bowl?
It's too high for you to see.
Is it too high from far away or too high from just in front?
It is too high for you to see. It's too tall. It is a statue. You are a humanoid. Stop. Let's see. I need to move her back by 1. As you approach the statue, you begin to see shadows coalesce ahead of you. Similarly, you hear the kind of rustling of armor and metal as Isla turns around behind you, and you hear her very cautiously say out, "Looks like we've got company," as 2 shadowy figures stand flanking you. Before you snap your head around, you see something ahead of you coalescing, kind of stepping out from within the statue, as you swear that you could almost see yourself. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, do they have the opposite sword? That would be so cool.
I don't even... Oh, there it is. Hardly remember where the initiative button is. 21... 14. Okay. This shadowy figure appears in front of you, taking one calm step in front of you, drawing a long, inky black greatsword from seemingly the ether. She's going to begin raging. Makes a sweeping attack upon you with this greatsword. 17 and 18. You take 26, 31, 36 of damage as his sword crashes into you, seemingly draining the life from you as it makes contact with your skin. See, what else can I do with your character sheet here?
Stone's endurance to reduce it by 1.
Sure. Isla's turn.
She would like to rage.
Okay.
And then she's going to... let me see. She's going to flank the other Yana and attack her twice with her silver longsword.
Okay. Why do you have 17, 19? Oh, your shield. Okay. Both hits.
20 points of slashing.
Actually, sorry, only one hit. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Sounds like 10 points of slashing to me. Anything else with Isla's turn as the silver sword cascades through the shadows. However, they seem to repair themselves as this fit of rage consumes this entity.
Nope.
Okay, Yana's turn.
Yana's going to rage. And then I'll just attack her twice with her.
Okay. Both hit. 18, 23, 25, 29. Except... Actually, yeah, that's right. Because I forgot, we deal no slashing damage here, so the rage won't do much. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. The shadows will move to either side of Yana, her being the closest and are each going to attack with advantage. 24 and 16.
24 all hit.
Let's see. 24, you will take 13 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score will be reduced by... Oops. 2 points. Go ahead and mark down your original strength score and adapt yours on the left column for the time being. As you see these two approach you, reaching out, you see behind you 2 more shadows coalesce. The Dark Yana will attack you.
Disadvantage.
Let's see. Twice.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, 26 and 21.
Okay.
23. Sorry, yes, 23, 35, 42 points of necrotic damage as 2 more sweeps of this sword make contact with you.
Yana's down.
Okay. Isla's turn.
She'll attack twice with her. Well, she'll attack twice with her longsword and then do 12 to death.
Okay. Hits. Except those are not advantage. The second one's going to hit because you are currently not a threatening presence.
13.
Okay, anything else?
12 to death.
On what?
On Yana.
On, excuse me?
On the shadow Yana. I don't.
Okay. Where is... What is her wisdom save? (15) succeeds.
Okay, so no damage.
Okay. Death saving throw for Yana. Okay, that's a success. The shadows are going to move ahead and are going to attack at Isla with advantage. 18, 14, 15, 14.
Only the 18.
Nine necrotic damage. Her strength is reduced by 4. Let's see. Dark Yana will turn around to attack Isla with advantage. That'd be 25, 39, 45 points of necrotic damage to Isla. She unconscious? Okay. Isla's turn.
Let's see. She'll attack one of them on her left. For 10, and then Reckless again. To Shadow Yana.
Okay, the first strike hits. It is still standing.
Toll the dead.
Second, who is the second attack on? Okay.
Shadow Yana.
The second attack hits. Which she will use her Stone's Endurance on. Which is somewhere. I think you normally just type it out. I think it's 1d12. Cool. Reduced from Raging. Toll the Dead. (15) succeeds. Yana's turn. I will need her to make a death saving throw.
14.
Okay, it's a success. Okay, and let's see. Actually, I guess we'll do the Shadow's turn real quick. Actually, no. We'll take a break right there. Some music has deemed it to be appropriate. And we will come back in about probably 5 or 10 minutes here to wrap this up. I guess for the time being, we'll go ahead and leave it on this map right here. Oops. Go ahead and walk it off. I'm going to give you a break. Don't come back down until I call for you. Hey, go ahead and roll an initiative for me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay,
I didn't have a token to select, so I just rolled it in chat.
that's fine. I can make a token. Actually, I guess I can just copy a token. It'd probably work better. Oh, you don't have Desmond, though. Whoops. Delete. Okay, go ahead and place wherever you would want a dimension door in.
Okay. Give me a second
And
here.
reroll a new initiative just so it's in the order. I'll add in your 19.
All right. And after the last session, I mean, I never did this because I just assumed we were gonna rally. Could I use a healing potion on Grim?
Sure.
Okay.
How many do you have?
2. I'm gonna roll. It's 2d4 plus 2. Is
Correct.
that it? 2d4 plus 2. Okay. I'm gonna close out the stream, making things confusing. Okay, there we go. 6. Conveniently is pretty much exactly what I needed. Alright. New initiative. Can I use that one instead?
Sure.
Not that it matters. My plan is to.
I don't want to know your plan.
Well, this is actually relevant to like out of character DM what I'm going to do. My plan is to dimension door in, but be stealthy. Like I'm not like surprise fuckers, I'm here, right? Like it's like
This is a pretty
covert.
loud spell. I think you'll be fine, though.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Opening up a rift, yeah. At least that's how it's been in this campaign, but that's okay. We can talk about it later. You ready?
Sure.
Alrighty. I never muted the stream, so
Oh
we're
wait, I
gonna
never
be
put
good.
myself anywhere. Hold on. Let me measure. Okay. The ruler was not working. Let me check one other thing. Okay. All right.
Okay. Let's do this. Ooh, that's a little loud. Okay. So, as you conclude your dimension door into the area which you believe Yana to have been, you found yourself fairly accurate. You see currently 4 shadows, 5 if you include the dark Yana standing between her and her companion, Isla. So, I'm going to roll for the shadows real quick as they attack Isla. All with advantage. I don't think I did any yet. Let's see. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Armor class of 17. Means 3 hits. 19, 29, 36. Okay. That'll be roll 3d4. 5. I don't know where she put the initial strength. Okay. You see the shadows all siphoning the strength from Isla as her muscles begin to deteriorate. She's kind of resting upon the hilt of her longsword as it's ground down into the dirt. She doesn't appear like she's going to last much longer. It is, however, your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting to get just like a free go at this. As much as I would like to fight, I just don't see a lengthened fight going either of our way. How bad does everyone look? I was kind of watching the stream a bit, but I didn't really notice how low everyone was. Are the shadows fresh and it's just Dark Yana that is?
The shadows are mostly fresh, except for this one up here. Dark Yana is almost but not quite bloodied. Isla is on her last leg, and Yana is currently well unconscious.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't really have much choice. Okay, I'm going to use my movement to run up beside Yana. I'm going to kneel down and just touch my hand to her shoulder and just look up and just say, I'm sorry, Isla, there's nothing I can do. And I'm going to dimension door Yana and I out.
What's your destination?
Wherever I came from. I'm not sure where you had Desmond and I along the route.
Okay. I'm going to put you guys, at this point, pretty much just wrapping up at the graveyard here. Okay. Let me go ahead and text Abby real quickly. Go ahead and turn that down. Turn these up. It's okay, Dark Yana simply executed Isla with her turn. That's what it would have been anyways. 4 hit points, I don't think she's lasting long.
I was gonna say pretty much what it would have been with me too. I would have lived maybe 1 hit.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet until Abby comes back in and takes a seat. I've got my monitors off.
Okay.
I'll be talking with you in a minute when I ask you what you'd like to do. Just so you know.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, before you look at your computer, the question is, what's the last thing that Yana sees before she dies? Okay, what would you like to do?
Are you talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
No. What do you mean exactly?
What would you like to do?
From the point we're at now, or where you said we ended?
From where we are now.
Oh, I would like to reach down after I've run in and dimension door Yana and I out, just saying a parting goodbye to Isla.
Okay. You find yourself back in the graveyard with Desmond, where you had left him moments ago, with an unconscious Yana. I need Yana to make a death saving throw. Okay, I think that stabilizes you.
And then after I gain my bearings, emerging from the dimension door, I'm going to pull out my last remaining potion and just kind of hold Yana's head up and kind of force her to drink the minor healing potion.
Yana, you come back to consciousness in a different place. You see Grim, and you see Desmond, Grim's longtime companion, as you are in the center of a graveyard, a number of small blue wispy flames dancing about harmlessly. Except I didn't move over the map.
What's going on?
I mean, I feel like I could ask you the same thing. You seem a bit worse for wear.
Yeah,
What
I
happened?
did say that. I faced myself,
Oh, well,
and I lost.
you mean in like an emotional sense or quite literally yourself? I saw some dark figure that looked like you.
Yeah, probably more in the literal sense.
Yeah, I mean that would explain the state you're in. I wish I could say you're safe now, but I don't think any of us are safe in this city.
Hey, Grim.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That being said, that was about all I've got. I'm gassed out at this point. I think the only thing we could really do is try to make our rendezvous point in one piece, and hope everyone else is there too.
Yana, you can go ahead and roll your 2d4 hit points from that potion. So, is your plan to return back up to the rally point?
Given how, well, to put it bluntly, how bad off the three of us seem, would it be out of the question for us to take a short rest?
The siege only
I
being
mean, this
planned
is
to
more.
last an hour. You have
Oh, okay.
approximately 20 to 30 minutes before everyone is continued to move, or everyone is planned to move up to the High Hall.
Okay. All right. Well, Yana, as much as I would like to sit here and have us take a breath, it seems like we're on a clock. Do you have any other potions that may be able to top you up before we head out?
Yeah, I have 2 more. I'll take them.
Okay, go ahead and roll them. Okay, you regain another 15 hit points and you are out of potions.
Well, I guess it's now or never.
Let's go then.
Let's go.
Okay, the three of you, Desmond in tow, begin making your way towards the rally point at the entrance to the High Garden. For the most part, your return trip as you march back roughly towards the northwestern gate, there are less undead in the street. You see a large number of shattered bones as well as fallen soldiers belonging to the Lord's Alliance, some of them unrecognizable if it wasn't for the tabards they wore. Nonetheless, you're able to, between stealthing and scrounging a way through, make your way back towards the rally point of the High Garden. And that's where we're going to wrap it up for today until we come back tomorrow night at, I believe, 5 p.m. Pacific. I think that's right. Where
Yep.
we will continue the siege upon the High Garden and the High Hall. So, thank you to everyone watching today. We actually have a number of people watching, which I find to be interesting. Anyways, yeah, feel free to join us tomorrow if you're looking for something to do with your weekend. But as for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.